Hello everyone. I am just gonna finish up, well, this is complicated, but this game is called Thomas Was Alone. There's no title on the main menu, but trust me, it's Thomas Was Alone. Basically I started playing this game I started recording, I don't know, further on in the game, and so I have some parts of the game that I haven't recorded yet. So I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna speed run through this until I get to a familiar looking part, and then I'll stop, just so that I can have it release this as a video, because it really is a special game. And anyway, I'll just get into it and let it speak for itself. But I've really enjoyed it and like to share it with you. So the program was a failure. People forget this. It was a massive flop. The coders started adding name strings as a joke, like Thomas A.T. wasn't special. It was just an AI at the right place at the right time.
Thomas was alone. Wow. A weird first thought to have.
So, this is Thomas. He's a cute little guy. Oh, he's a nice one, isn't he? Look at all these shadows. It's very simplistic, but it's pretty cute. And I'm just gonna speed run through this.
To start listing his observations for posterity.
Oh, that's so nice of Thomas.
1. The whole alone thing. 2. Portals. They led somewhere. He'd yet to work out where. 3. Falling. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at falling.
And
he was
jumping.
almost as good at falling as he was at observing.
Very good. Thomas is cute, and they narrate everything, so that gives it a lot of heart, more than you'd expect.
Okay, interesting. Thomas couldn't fall past this block. Think. What if there was some kind of inverted
Why'd you have to
fall?
cuss?
Some way
Why?
to... What's the word? Jump.
And
It
also,
worked. Thomas had solved the great inverted fall mystery.
also, my camera will try to veer to the left because, again, my controller is broken. So yeah.
We have a non-broken controller.
We do have a non-broken controller.
Thomas noticed
I just don't want to
there
use
was
it
no
because
real
it takes
danger in
batteries.
missing it. The world didn't want him to fail here. It was pushing him, but gently.
Oh no, I messed up. I'm just kidding. You guys know I could have made that. Anyway. Alright, this level is pretty
This
simple.
all seemed a little dangerous. The world
Whoa,
was not to be trusted.
Ah,
Unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment.
no.
He was starting to suspect it might even be doing so on purpose. Nah, paranoia.
I actually skipped past that line last time on accident. I like it because the story, I don't have to read it, but it's still all over the place.
Thomas wondered whether the portals were actually taking him anywhere. He felt like he was making progress, but there wasn't really any way to know. He seemed to be moving predominantly up and to the right, which might, or might not, be important.
I feel like because there's so little art and music in this game, they can afford to have a lot better
Might
I mean, the
have
music's
been
good,
paranoia
but
again.
so is the art, but they're
Thomas
both
could have
minimal.
sworn the world was becoming more complicated. It always seemed to be one step ahead of his skills.
Ah. I was doing so well.
Designed just for him.
Uh-huh.
He wondered why. Was the world testing him?
Hmm.
Too obvious. Something about the boiling, toxic, glowing water intimidated Thomas. He didn't like it. He certainly didn't want to swim in it.
You know, when you say it that way.
Another mental note.
Oh, water, not good. Oh, shoot, I've been going too fast. Anyway, sorry.
The loneliness was getting to Thomas.
Aww.
No amount of observation or obsessive note-taking could combat that.
Poor Thomas. I wish he had a friend. But Thomas was alone, you know. But was is also in the past tense, so I don't know. I don't know, guys. You'll have to tell me. Maybe Thomas won't be alone for it. I don't know. We'll see. Come on, Thomas.
Thomas had a new theory. The world was training him. He could feel himself getting smarter. There was the mental list to consider. Over the minutes and seconds since his spontaneous generation, he'd become a pretty skilled jumper. He was evolving. He just wished he had someone to share it with.
I remember that level was like awful the first time I played it. Well, it was really hard. I was like, I need to get better at this. I submitted hundreds of bug reports. I told them this would happen, overlapping scripts. More than one AI was bound to respawn into your environment at some point. Turns out I missed the point. The little error changed everything. I want to know the backstory between all these
Chris
things.
took an immediate and deep dislike to the skinny red rectangle. Who the did this Thomas think he was?
I had completely forgotten there was any form of cussing
Chris
in
had
this.
been doing fine. He wasn't the highest jumper, but he'd held his own. He'd even been graceful at times. Well, not
Chris
actually.
needs to be all the way down here.
Not technically graceful. It's probably the wrong word, but you know, fine. There was that skinny little runt leaping about like he owned the place.
And like literally, Chris just has a different jump height and a different height than Thomas. That's the only thing that makes him different. But like, don't you like feel that they're different characters, even though I'm literally controlling both of them? Isn't that just special? Yeah, speedrun that, boys. It's not my first time playing that level, so if that was a little hard to follow, it's because I'm using some pro strats for chill.
This was more like it. A glowy white thing. Only Chris
It's a
could
button,
get
bro.
it, which of course made it all the more enticing. What would it do? What new opportunity might this switch open up to him? Great. Another chance.
Oh, sorry. You can read that. You can pause the game and read that. It's beautiful, but I'm sorry you didn't get to hear his voice acting there.
Because on the surface, it did not seem good. Chris was pretty scared. Little Red seemed fine, happy to be on his merry little adventure. Chris couldn't shake the feeling that things had taken a significant turn for the worse since Thomas had joined him. Sure, he'd been able to piggyback his way to ever so slightly higher platforms, but where had that got him?
Snap.
Well, to ever so slightly higher platforms, which was sort of his point.
If I like played this a couple times, I'm sure I could get like many jumps down pat, but that's okay. I'm mainly just doing this to show you guys. This game like had me cry every other level.
Stared at Thomas with
Like shed a
pure
tear at least every
hatred.
other level.
He seemed so very happy at their situation. Friends together, a brave fellowship of quadrilaterals on a quest for greatness.
Quadrilateral quests,
That would be fine. But it was all the obvious observation that Thomas was doing which grated. Every time they saw something vaguely new, Chris would hear a satisfied little from the vaulting idiot. He hoped the next portal would split them up, if only for a few levels.
No observation about the respawning, eh? Maybe his memory was wiped. That's okay. I just want respawning Lord to have a more prominent place in most games, you know? There's probably some really cool strats on the actual speedrun for this game, but